happy birthday. It's Oyby's birthday. Happy birthday to me.
McDonald's? This isn't Disney World.
And I got my food, so now I'm heading to Disney World. Well, that McDonald's was on Disney World property, but I'm going to Magic Kingdom to celebrate my birthday on May 22nd, 2025, which is also, incidentally, the opening day of Universal Epic Universe. So on the grand opening of Epic Universe, I got McDonald's on my birthday and went to Magic Kingdom. So I wanted to go to Epic Universe, but I just could not. So I got McDonald's and I'm going to Magic Kingdom. Specifically, I'm going to Tom Sawyer Island. I have a little picnic. That may sound absolutely ridiculous, but to me, it's a pretty fun way to spend my birthday, or at least this part of it. There's the train pulling into the station, and I'm pretty much just heading directly to Tom Sawyer Island. I've always wanted to bring McDonald's to Tom Sawyer Island, and I'm doing that today. I could take the train, and I think that I'm going to do that, so I'll head up the stairs and take the train to Frontierland. So I'm just waiting for the next train to arrive, which is right now. The plan as of right now is that I'm not just going to Disney today. I also do want to go to Universal.
Welcome aboard, folks. We're beginning a grand circle tour of the Magic Kingdom, with stops along the way in Frontierland and Fantasyland. We're currently departing Main Street Station.
That we are.
If you're
Heading
missing
over to
those friendly
Frontierland
faces
so I can
already,
finally eat my
not
burger.
to worry. We've reached Frontierland Station, everyone. So
Hooray.
sit tight and hold those horses until we've come to a complete stop.
So now I just need to take a raft over to Tom Sawyer Island, which I think I timed this pretty well because there's the riverboat. I want to keep going to Tom Sawyer Island because I am just waiting for that closure announcement date, which really could be at any point, so I want to do this while I can. So this is awesome. I didn't wait at all. This might be one of the quickest trips that I've ever made over to Tom Sawyer Island. And we're pulling up to the dock right now, and I'm going to go find my picnic table. And the picnic tables are all the way up at the top. I love how overgrown Tom Sawyer Island is right now because they do cut back on the trees from time to time. But right now it just really looks like an abandoned island, and I love that. So I'm heading up the steps to go to my picnic table that I ate at somewhat recently. There's the riverboats. And this is the picnic table that I ate at last time. And here's my McDonald's with my Coke that I put in the freezer this morning so that it would still be cold by the time that I got here. I have my French fries. And then I got, if I can get it out of the bag, I got a Big Mac. This is how I want to spend my birthday. To all the vloggers that are Epic Universe, I bet you're jealous right now, right? Seriously though, I've now eaten McDonald's and Lunchables on Tom Sawyer Island. And I could not be happier. That's the playground, and there are a couple other picnic tables up here, and I sat at this one. And people were sitting down over there and relaxing, which is the entire idea of Tom Sawyer Island. So I'm gonna go down to the bridge and head over to Fort Langhorne. I have a feeling they'll probably never run water down here again, down to the Barrel Bridge, which that, in addition to the mill not working, just sort of reinforces that they are planning to follow through the plans for what they're going to do to Tom Sawyer Island, which makes me so sad, and I'm holding out hope, but also trying to be realistic about it, that just this won't be a thing for much longer. But yeah, I'm just heading over to Fort Langhorne really quickly. It's sort of hard to believe that Big Thunder Mountain has been closed for almost an entire year. And they still have not announced a closure date for Tom Sawyer Island, and I'm hoping that they really put that off or give people plenty of time to come and experience the island. So there may be a point in the future that is very unlikely that Big Thunder Mountain and Tom Sawyer Island are opening it at the same time, but I doubt it, which is just sad because I'm going to miss this so much, and I'm still convincing myself that it's not going to happen, even though it most definitely probably is, which I understand is a matter of just capacity and what they could do with this footprint. They could actually put any ticket attraction here or several and actually increase capacity and the guest experience, because they're not utilizing this right now. Just look at how quiet this is right now. There's like one family in Fort Langhorne. Just the reality is that it's just so quiet, and they could do something better with this space. And I don't come over here as often as I do, but just it being my birthday has me reflecting on just the times that I've come here and memories that I made at Tom Sawyer Island. Just running around this fort and going through the caves and going up into the rifle roosts. I'm going to miss that. I'm going to miss that opportunity to do that with my kids, maybe in the future. I don't know. Just this being here was always that opportunity. And then just like with everything Disney, there's always going to be that opportunity to make those memories with whatever comes after this. But this is special to me. I did not intend for this to be such a self-reflection on what Tom Sawyer Island means to me, but if there was a place where I would want to be on opening day for Epic Universe, this would be it. I'm going to go ahead and head out of the forts and head back over to the boat because I still wanted to go to Universal today. I want to go to Universal and Disney for my birthday today. It's got a lot busier since I got to the fort, and I do want to beat the riverboat. So I'm heading back to the rafts. think that just with Muppets closing in about 2 weeks, I'm just really anticipating this now. But I'll just have to cross that bridge when I get to it. Oh no, a bridge! I just heard the riverboat, so there's gonna be a little bit of delay to get back to the raft to Frontierland. All right, I'm taking the barrel bridge really quickly. Woo! I was thinking about doing a ride at Magic Kingdom today, but I think I wanted to do one major thing at both Disney and Universal, and Tom Sawyer Island would have been my major thing to do at Disney. This is my favorite thing at Magic Kingdom. Genuinely, this is my favorite place at Magic Kingdom. And I think that's why I don't come here that often. I want it to remain that special place because I can ride rides so many times and it's the same experience for the most part, but this will always be a different experience coming to Tom Sawyer Island. Like I just ate McDonald's at Tom Sawyer Island and I had Lunchables at Tom Sawyer Island a few months ago. That's a very different experience to have. But I'm back in the raft now to go back to Frontierland. See how beautiful the island is when it gets a little bit overgrown? But I am pulling back into the dock right now. So I was thinking about taking the train again because the parade's about to start, which I think I'll do so I can go past Thunder Mountain, even though it's pulling away from the station right now. It's about an hour wait for Tron and Seven Dwarfs Mine Train and Space Mountain right now. So it's sort of a quieter day in Magic Kingdom. Actually, Space Mountain's closer to a 30-minute wait, and Peter Pan's Flight is a 45-minute wait. And there's the train pulling into the station. Passing by Big Thunder Mountain Railroad construction right now, seeing the full track replacement, heading to the Fantasyland station where we'll probably have to get off just because the parade is about to step off. And I don't think that the train in front of my train will move, so I think I'll just walk from the train station. So they did not make an announcement that we were holding for the parade, but I'm just going to try to beat the train. I just sort of presumed, but at this point I could have just walked in from Frontierland. Watch this totally be one of those scenarios where I should have stayed on the train and just taken it to the front of the park. So we can hear the soundtrack for Festival of Fantasy, so it's probably coming around the corner right now. From what I've heard about Epic Universe today, there might be more people in the hub than there are at Epic Universe. There's the parade coming across the bridge. Over here to the Castle Hub. It's crazy that over at Universal, the parade crowd over there was pretty much non-existent compared to this. I think that Universal's shows have really outdone Disney recently, but Disney still has an absolute death grip on just theme park entertainment in the park and character recognition. And guess what? The train just pulled into the station. Also, I do think that the Mega Movie Parade is better than Festival of Fantasy. But we will see with Disney Starlight whenever that eventually opens. Also, because today is opening day of Epic Universe, I don't know if they're going to be doing. They did a huge media event fireworks display. I don't know if that's going to be a fireworks show for everyone, but Disney commands the fireworks shows. But I don't know, Universal's rides have also been really good recently, a little bit better than Disney's. This wasn't supposed to be a Disney versus Universal debate, but each company sort of creatively overlapping and inspiring each other is a good thing. This is one of those times when my backpack pins are actually going to be relevant because I'm going to Disney and Universal in the same day. It's sort of interesting because today was a good-to-go day at Magic Kingdom, which today of all days being the opening day of Epic Universe is just sort of ironic. But I made it back to the TTC. But I'm heading to Universal. So Disney, I wanted to go to Tom Sawyer Island, but at Universal, I do want to ride a ride. Just got off of the tram, I'm heading to Universal, and I need to change my shirt. And I've changed my shirt and made it to Universal. So the question is, will I be able to take a bus over to Helios Grand? So I guess that answers that. Bus transportation to Epic Universe. Also, Brennan is meeting up with me. She worked today, but we're hopefully going to be having dinner at Helios Grand. Maybe. We just want to go to Epic Universe on opening day of Epic Universe, but look how quiet it is at Universal. So I did not see any signage that said hotel transportation was exclusive to hotel guests, so I'm crossing my fingers that Brennan and I can go to Epic Universe tonight to have some dinner or a drink. This will be the most relevant day to go to the Super Nintendo World store, but the ride that I want to ride today at Universal is Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, so I just need to go get in line. This is pretty cool though, look at all of the Nintendo stuff. Also, this is an opening day Epic Universal shirt. It has today's date, May 22nd, 2025. It has all 5 of the worlds of Epic Universe, Ministry of Magic, Isle of Berk, Celestial Park, Super Nintendo World, and Dark Universe. Also look at this, Universal Epic Universe is now open. There it is. That's so cool. I wouldn't hate getting a beer or something to bring in line with me over at Hagrid's. How fortunate that I just have the opportunity to go to both Magic Kingdom and Islands of Adventure, 2 of the most incredible theme parks in the world on the same day, just a few hours apart. I genuinely don't take that for granted, so I feel very fortunate that I'm able to just do this today on my birthday. I'm trying to think of something fun that I can bring with me to Hagrid's while I wait for Brennan to get off of work. She's meeting me here at Universal. And then again, hopefully we can go over to Epic Universe, to Grand Helios, and maybe get something to eat or drink there. We don't really know. It's opening day. I also am interested to see just how busy it is at Islands of Adventure, just at Universal in general, on the day that Epic Universe opens. But as far as getting a drink, I think I'll just head over towards the Wizarding World, get something in the Hogshead, and then get in line for Hagrid's. Because I am 33 years old and I need a beer. I decided to go this way through Marvel, because one of the last times I was over here, I talked about Spider-Man. And after finally writing Battle of the Ministry, I can say that the Amazing Adventures of Spider-Man is very much so like Battle of the Ministry, but just better. Strictly technically, though, because that ride is still one of the best theme park rides of all time. So it would be cool to get a drink that I've never gotten before, but I'm pretty sure that I've gotten all the drinks over at the Hogshead. So I wouldn't be against stopping at a different bar, but also I do love the Hogshead. I still cannot believe that Brennan and I got to ride Pteranodon Flyers. That was still one of the coolest theme park experiences that I've had in a long time. Will I ever be able to do that again? I don't know, but I would love to. Something that I think the universe has done incredibly well is just making each Wizarding World so unique and different. Each Wizarding World is just so standalone and iconic. It's not just a tangent of the same property, even though this is 15 years old. Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley is 10 years old. So I tried looking at some of the other bars, but I think I'm just going to get a beer at the Hogshead. I hope that this isn't weather that's approaching quickly. Yeah, that might be some inclement weather, so I'm going to go ahead and get a beer really quickly and then get in line. Hagrid's is a 60-minute wait right now, so I'm heading into the Hogshead to get a beer. There's no line at all right now for the Hogshead. I'm trying to think about what I've gotten before. I have a lot of different drinks, different butterbeers and spirits, but I'm looking at the beer. This is the Dark Forest Ale, which I've probably gotten before, but I do not remember. So I should be able to bring this line with me. So the line does seem to be moving pretty well right now. Made it into the final room. I'm about to get onto Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. All right, I'm in the front row on Hagrid's. This is such a good ride. Very similar to Hiccup Swing Gliders, and I'm very interested to see what rides at Epic Universe look like in several years once the trees have grown. It's going to look very similar to this, specifically like Hiccup Swing Gliders, but also Stardust Racers and Curse of the Werewolf and pretty much any rides outside. So back at my regular camera, heading out of Hogsmeade now towards the front of the park where Brennan should be meeting me up in the parking garage. So apparently in Lost Continent, there's some How to Train Your Dragon stuff. Look at this. There's literally a dragon up there and you can get a picture with Toothless. So I am getting my Epic Universe How to Train Your Dragon fixed today in Islands of Adventure. This is so random, but so cool. There's a dragon up there. I really need Universal to do something with this, like really badly, with all of Lost Continent. So here's the question, will we be able to go to Helios Grand Hotel? It's really contingent on whether or not they let us on the bus over to the hotel, which I'd like to think that they will. I've been sort of vicariously keeping up with just what's going on in Epic Universe today and just how slow the lines for the rides at Epic Universe, which stinks. I tried so hard to get a ticket to opening day to Epic Universe, but how they rolled out the tier system for the ticket availability for opening day tickets, I was not able to. Then apparently you could come in person yesterday and buy one for the next day for opening day, but I was not able to do that. Plus we just went to Epic Universe just a few days ago. Like, it would be so cool to say that I was there at Epic Universe on opening day, but I'm also okay with the amount of times that I get to preview the park before it officially opened. But that's why Brennan and I want to go to Bar Helios or some hotel, bar or restaurant, just to say that we were at Epic Universe on opening day, with the caveat of not going actually to the park on opening day. All right, I made it out of Islands of Adventure and I'm heading over to the parking garage. So I'm going to meet up with Brennan in the security hub to go to the buses. It does look like they updated the signage about how many parks Universal has. This is where we're going to take the bus over to Helios to maybe get some dinner, hopefully. So I'm taking the escalator down to the bus, and look who it is! So we are heading, I think, this way. So I finally found the bus, and we are taking this over to Helios Grand Hotel. Passing by the Endless Summer Resort. There's Epic Universe right there, and Helios Grand that we're turning into right now. So we got off of the bus, and this is the pool for Helios Grand, and this is Dark Universe, just right here. This is the show.
You can just see Curse of the Werewolf go.
Yeah, Curse of the Werewolf and the portal entrance. And then this is Helios Grand Hotel. So we're just walking in through the front entrance and then going all the way up to the bar. And this is the lobby of the Helios Hotel. Cool. And there's Epic Universe just right outside the window. So we came outside and we are looking out at Epic Universe on opening day. You can see the different portals. There's Dark Universe and Super Nintendo World and Isle of Berk and then Ministry of Magic. You can see the rides. Stardust Racers is about to go by over here. This is incredible, Brennan. Isn't this awesome?
This is crazy. I kind of want to go down these ramps to kind of see where the point is that you like
or you
have
would need to be like a hotel guest to be able to
Yeah.
access the park. This is so incredibly cool. So we're going to go up to the Bar Helios, depending on availability, and maybe, I don't know, see if we can actually look down at the theme park from all the way at the very top. of the Helios Grand Hotel. I'm ready for the launch. There it is. That's so incredibly awesome, Brennan. So this is Apollo, the god of the sun, and way over there at the Kronos is Luna, the god of the moon. So there is a restaurant back over here, but we're heading to the elevators to go to the top level. So we just got off of the elevator, and this is Bar Helios at the very top of Universal Epic Universe. It's actually so quiet in here. We could just get a table and sit down and have some dinner.
It's not as busy as I thought it was going to be anywhere.
Not even nearly as busy as I thought it would be. So we're sitting at the bar, and right behind us are the best seats in the entire restaurant overlooking Epic Universe. So the table that was just here left. This is so incredibly amazing. I want to try to get a better view of the entire theme park. So there's Stardust Racers dueling. That is so cool. Just to see it from this perspective, it's about to launch in just a second. I cannot believe we're getting to do this today inside the Helios Hotel. This is the Ministry of Magic portal entrance right here. This is Isle of Berk, which is a little bit more difficult to see the attractions. But there's the entrance, and there's the portal. There's Dragon Racers Rally and Hiccup's Wing Gliders. This is just so phenomenal to be able to see this. This is Celestial Park. There's the Constellation Carousel, and then the Kronos entrance into Epic Universe all the way over there, and you can see the Luna statue. And then there's Super Nintendo World, Mario Kart Bowser's Challenge, and Donkey Kong Country, Minecart Madness, and then right here is Epic Universe. It's a little bit hard to see, but there's Curse of the Werewolf and some of the Burning Blade Tavern, and then Monsters Unchained. So went over here to this table to look out at Epic Universe.
You can see all the empty lots where they can expand.
Yeah, the expansion areas are incredible.
There's nobody in that parking lot.
I know what's going on today,
It's
but
like
I went over here
full.
to look at Ministry of Magic and Isle of Berk, and then I went over there to look at Super Nintendo World and Dark Universe. So I got a drink. This is the Apollo Old Fashioned, which is Patron, Añejo, cinnamon and cherry syrup, and bitters. So we're gonna get the Farmer's Cheese, which is whipped farmer's cheese, honeycomb, citrus, local seasonal fruit, pistachio, and grilled focaccia. These are the Heritage Crispy Chicken Wings with honey lime, pomegranate, and labna. These are the Wagyu beef sliders with kibe spiced mayo, aged cheddar, charred onions, and arugula. And finally, this is the beef skewer with chimichurri and garlic sauce. And this is our dinner for tonight. We might have overindulged a little bit, but I am okay with it.
It's
my
your
birthday! So we finished dinner, and this is the view from the other side of Helios, and you can see Aventura. We were just there a few days ago, looking at this hotel from that hotel, and now we're doing the opposite. We came back outside to look at the theme park because the lights are starting to come on for the evening. I do think that Celestial Park does not feel like part of a theme park. The individual lands absolutely do, but I still think that the Helios Hotel sort of ruins it a little bit. It makes Celestial Park feel part of the hotel courtyard or garden. It doesn't feel like it's part of a theme park. But this is incredible. Stardust Racers, the lights on the coaster trains have come on for the night. We're gonna go back around to the other side again. We sit on the bar, right inside. I think we're going to see this at night because we are going to head back downstairs.
The choice for market lights are weird because they're not consistent.
Yeah.
They're just kind of there.
The symmetry of this park is very interesting, definitely.
Yeah.
But we will be back at this bar. You will believe it.
The food was so good.
It was very expensive though.
Pricey, but we splurged because it's your birthday.
Is it?
Is that?
What's crazy is that they did do opening day fireworks from this hotel. All right, we're heading back downstairs. There's the pool over there, and that's where we got dropped off, and we're going to be picked up by the bus to go back to City Walk. So I'm pretty sure that this mural alternates between the sun and the moon. There it goes. That's so cool. That's really neat. So the elevator is right around the corner in the park entrance. There's a market and the Universal Studios store and a restaurant. And we came back outside to see if Apollo's arrow catches on fire. So we're waiting here to see if Apollo shoots an arrow of light over to Luna at sunset. That's where we were, way up on the very top of Helios Grand, and right now we're just waiting for something that we don't know if it's going to happen or not. I went and I asked the front desk, and they don't have like a time that the arrow ignites. So it could be dusk, it could be after park close. Oh. There's the fountain show.
I thought the fountain show happens after.
I don't know. Guess we'll see. I was hoping for Apollo's arrow to ignite at dusk, but I guess not. So we're leaving Helios now to finally go back to City Walk. We asked and really nobody knew when it was going to be or if it was going to be igniting tonight on opening night. So that's something that we'll just have to come back and see when we actually stay here, hopefully at some point. And our bus is here to go back to City Walk. And we're back at City Walk, finally heading back to the car. So we had just the best night.
Yeah.
Like it was suspiciously easy. Hey Brendan, I like your shirt.
Thanks.
We were technically there on opening day. I'm going to say
Yes.
that we were sort of kind of
We
there on
were
opening
feet
day.
away, staring into Epic with no
We
barrier.
weren't actually there, and people that were there would probably argue that, hey, you were not there on opening day of Epic Universe, but you know what?
It felt like it.
We were kind of there, and we have the shirt. Oh no!
I want to rewatch
All right, I'm good.
that clip.
We're heading back to the car to finally go home. I'm tired. I went to Magic Kingdom today, and then I went to Islands of Adventure, and I just did some of my favorite stuff at both Disney and Universal.
I went to work today.
Yeah, you went to work today. On my birthday. But we had like an actual like birthday staycation.
You weren't
that
supposed
was, like,
to
the
have
entire...
this day off.
I know, but that was actually my birthday like trip was when we went to Epic Universe just a few days ago, and we did not go today on opening day, but I'm okay with it. We got to actually go to the Helios Grand Hotel and have a delicious, very expensive dinner, but I'm glad that we did that.
Bar
That was a
Helios
really
is
great
cool.
birthday. Yeah, and that park is so beautiful, and someday we'll go back and we'll see those pyrotechnics. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and goodbye.
Bye.